Did you know that arrosto is an Italian dish? Yes, guys, arrosto is just not a Somali dish. There's also porchetta arrosto. That is what we're going to be making today. So come in, let's make it together. Welcome to Kiki's Global Flavors. Arrosto in Italian, it's roasting. So you can roast different kinds of meat, but porchetta is roasting pork. I have this here. So this is called butcher's twine or a cooking string. So we need to tie the meat together before we put it in the oven so it can get shape and can cook evenly. So we put this underneath the meat. So you hold it together properly. Now what you're going to do, you need to wrap it over your thumb. Just like that. Then wrap it down again here at the bottom. And then put this over your knot. There is a knot in here, guys. So my string is a bit thin. So ideally this would be a little bit thicker. Now we're going to pull this. So we already have our first knot. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this like this, then turn again, and now you want to pull this well together. As you hold your meat, pull it. You can see it's now thick in. So we need to put another tie to just secure it. So we have our meat tied down. So we are going to now spice this up, put some rosemary, some thyme, some garlic, some olive oil and black pepper. You can put what you want to put, but that is just a basic recipe. I'm also going to roast this with some sausages and some potatoes. I'll show you that. So we have spiced up our pork. We need to heat it in very high heat for the spices to set in, and then we're going to put it in the oven. So I'm going to cook this at around maybe 180 degrees Celsius for around 40 minutes. So we have our pan. We're going to put in our heat. Get the pan hot first, then put in some olive oil. And dip this in high heat. Make sure all the sides get the heat. Then you're going to put it in the oven. The fun fact about this is this version of arrosto, which you said is the porchetta arrosto, originates from Ariccia, Rome. They'll take a whole pork, an aged pork, and then separate the meat from the bone and stuff the spices in there and all the dressings and everything, stuff it in there and roast it over heat. And that is normally enjoyed over festivals. It's a street food. So that is a fun fact that I learned. So this is from Ariccia. Of course, their method of cooking and mine is a bit different. So I have some oil in here. I want this to get hot first because we need to get all the sides. So your oil needs to be hot. You're frying this first before you put it in the oven. So you're going to wait. This is my piece of meat. So we want all the sides to brown. You should always make sure your oven is hot before you start baking anything. So you need to be careful. So I think you can give it a few more minutes. So what I'm trying is to make sure all the sides are cooked. So I'm going to do this one more time because I want all the sides to brown first to give the meat a head start before we start. So I'm just doing this other side again. So this is fine. So I'm going to switch this off now and then prep the baking tray and then we can bake. So yeah, so we're going to give this 30 minutes and then, but in between we need to check on it and baste it. I told you basting is you pour the liquid over the meat and so it doesn't dry up. So we'll see. Here we have it. We have our pork loins. You see this butcher's twine helped to hold things together, otherwise it would just be one flob of meat. So we have this, we even will be able to cut it nicely. We have our sausages, our potatoes, our vegetables. You can do a lot in here. It's mostly like a family dish in Italy, like a Sunday lunch. So of course you'd have a lot of meat in here if you want. So yeah, so you're going to go ahead and cut it and taste. So I'm going to get a little bit of everything. So I'll get maybe, let me try taste things separately. I'm sold, guys. I'll be making this in my house for sure. So maybe the Italians will tell us how they make this, what they add, what they remove, because this is so good. This is so good. So where are we going to go next? Thank you for watching.